is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with our this isn't Warhammer Fantasy. This is Age of Sigmar Soulbound campaign, the Silk and Shadow campaign, as I have named it. This I'm of course your GM, your DM for the night, Jumbo Thick. We have the full cast present. Everyone is here, eager and ready. If we would like to do introductions, because this is the first time we're going to do real introductions, let's go ahead and let's start with Pierce Galactic.
Hey everybody, it's me, Pierce Galactic. I play everybody's favorite Soul Scryer. Um, I am an Idoneth Deacon. I want her to be the best, like in the room. I want to know
Mhm.
when someone floats in the room, everybody's eyes of admiration and
Mhm.
desire of attention. I like that. It's why I chose an Idoneth. I am a Soul Scryer. I am a bit of a priest, you could say, although we have no gods. Thank goodness. I am quite tall. I'm of the elf kind, so I'm quite tall in your imperial human ways. That would be 6'7", so I'm up there a little bit.
Mhm.
Slender, a finely bald head. Although I do often dye it a honey blonde. Got sapphire eyes, a lustrous aqua skin. Although not very much smiles on the skin. Tend to have more of a frown or a serious look. Always on a mission for my king.
Mhm.
I'm wearing a long robe, a sleeveless, but a long sleeveless robe made of iridescent fish scales, primarily in the blues and greens. And then I have a mantle encrusted with many pearls of many shades and beautiful colors.
Mhm.
Again, I don't want to stand out too much, but I do want maybe a little attention once in a while. I On my right hand I have, excuse me, on my left hand I have my finger claws, um, type of weapon, and I hold a dour staff. You may have seen it before. It looks kind of like a lampshade. It's a very tall staff with a
It's cooler
bunch
than
of
a
almost.
lampshade.
It's
It's
much cooler than a
it's
lampshade, but
yeah.
it's tall and it's got a bunch of almost wind chime
Mhm.
things hanging at that. And I float in a bubble of the ether sea, so I can travel around and not have to worry about close breathing. And I have a companion. I have a small school of scrifish always around
Yes.
me and to assist me in different needs. Perfect.
Yes. And speaking of scryfish, I should point that out. People that don't know, they're almost like piranha. So um, they're kind of creepy. Now, yours can you can have yours be multicolored and bright colored and all that, but
Oh,
they
they're
are
still gonna be
capable.
vicious, bro.
Yeah,
Okay, this is
they're
me.
more, and they have like like the extended like jaw and everything like a piranha.
Mm,
So
the
yeah,
disjoint jaw. There
they're
we go.
scary, which is probably another reason why people don't approach you in the city right now. Regardless, though, let's slide on down to Doobie 209.
What is going on? I will be playing Castellan, a Night Quester Stormcast Eternal from the Hammers of Sigmar. Appearance-wise, he has a shaved head, bald, a thick beard, uh, 8, 9 feet tall, Stormcast size. Carries a massive two-handed great hammer, and then he's got a uh, cloak that he wears on his back, and it has like a lizard monster chaotic beast scaly pelt, like half pelt that he lays on top of that. Um I think that's it.
Okay. Slide on over to Jumbo Smooth.
Hello, everyone. I am Jumbo Smooth. I play Sereth Veilborn. He is a Black Ark Slifair. Um, he hails originally from Olgu, but he has spent the last few years in Greywater Fastness in Gairan, and he has made his way to Gur on a wolf ship, one of his family's wolf ships. He is about 6'8". Like Orcalis said that elves apparently are very tall in Age of Sigmar. So
Slender.
six,
Tall.
yes,
Lean.
slender and tall.
Yeah.
So 6'8".
Yeah.
He has a cutlass, a repeating hand crossbow, and a rifle that he acquired from Greywater Fastness. Um, he's known for his shooting. He's got silver hair and amethyst eyes, very Targaryen. Um, he also has a tongue ring, which is
Mm,
an
exciting.
interesting um,
Yes.
feature. Tongue ring.
I'm glad that we
Uh, yeah,
really point that out every time
hey,
it comes up.
I rolled for it and it said tongue ring. All right, it said, "What do you have? You got some piercing? What kind of piercing? Tongue ring."
Good. It's
But yeah,
fantastic.
he is. Um, he also has a he wears kind of dark leathers, kind of a higher collar, and then he's got a sea dragon cloak and a purplish hue, and a bandolier full of bullets for his rifle and crossbow bolts. And I think that about covers it.
All right. Slide on over to the Dan Decker.
Hey everyone, it's me, Dan Decker, and I'll be playing Vor, who is a 10th time over, Stormcast Eternal, having been reforged on his 10th time, trying to determine what his purpose is. You'll see rather very large, closer to the tall end of what a stormcast would be, over 8 feet tall, almost 9 feet tall. Very broad, carries two hand axes, and I believe I have some kind of ballistic weapon as well.
Yeah, you have a pistol.
Yeah, and yeah, and yeah, I got a where my Sigmarite plate armor is gold, very much lightning inspired. Um, lots of glimmer and sheen, and yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out exactly what it is I am here to do. What Boar has been tasked with.
Indeed. And last but not least, Andrea.
I am playing Matrithiel, otherwise known as Mutt, a witch elf with jade eyes, mahogany brown hair, 6'3", all the things I rolled, and a belly button piercing.
Ooh.
Double, she carries two sacrificial blades, wears leathers, and smells very strongly of death and decay since she's part of a sect of Cain. I'm going to butcher the name. Drathoknathi?
Something like that, sure.
Something like that.
Your guess is as good as mine. I would say
That's
Kanafi for
fair.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And their whole belief system is they venerate Cain by being covered in basically the mess that they make when they kill. So she's going to be a little bit nasty.
Nasty girl indeed.
Nasty.
We should have character art in the intro by now, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I'm not making myself a liar right now. But with this all being introduced, let's get into the session because we've got some harrowing experiences ahead. At least I think we do. Last we left off, our characters, because I'm not sure if you're quite heroes yet, well, some of you might be, have all found themselves within Excelsius in one way or another. Sereth, Matrithiel, and Orcalis entering through the port on a privateer wolf ship. Our Stormcast brethren, Castellan and Vor, meeting one another as a seeker and guide at the arrangement of a Hammer of Sigmar by the name of Elira van Holt. With Castellan suffering visions he believes to be prophecies from Sigmar himself, and Vor a Stormcast with detailed knowledge of the city and its inner workings, at least of the lower class as it so appears. Our Sigmarites setting off for answers. Our Night Quester was passed a mysterious note during a chance meeting at almost like an appraiser of prophecy, and it instructed you to meet at the Gilded Eel in the Taverna district. While that happened, Sereth dined with a notable dockmaster and a merchant client, and was joined by a very frightening privateer with a purple sash known as Thrax. A high-stakes game of cards ended with a slur and possible violence to come. Meanwhile, Mitrithiel located the shattered remnants of a Cainite temple, and with Hag Fossa's blessing, made the first of possibly many sacrifices into its new cauldron. Likewise, at other moments in the city, Orcalis, looking for his contact to the Ideneth, known as Jago, a paranoid, gurish hedge wizard, he ran afoul of evidence that appears to link Jago to some kind of possible kidnapping or something of that sort. Unfortunately, the hovel of Jago was being looted by some locals, and Orcalis, threatening the mere humans, sent them scurrying away only to trip some kind of noise trap that alerted none other than one of the many roving White Angels, the Knights Excelsior, that patrol the rooftops in this area, specifically around this time of night. During this, the rain is beginning to pour and the storm and the lightning reverberating. And we are actually going to pick up with our Stormcasts. We're going to leave our 3 elves for now. We're going to pick up with Vor and Castellan. So, with that in mind, all right. Actually, I have everything for Thrax in front of me, and he's not here, so nope. We'll skip him. We really need everybody, linked at some point here. Let's...
I'm back.
He's back, okay. Thrax, I have everything pulled up for you already, so...
All right.
Literally, as you are... At the end of this round, at the end of this hand, you took the hand, which was for a favor, a promised favor. And upon your winnings, with a smile on your face, you remarked on somebody possibly being linked to of Ideneth descent.
Yeah, it's heritage.
Which Thrax took as a slur. And as he was so visibly upset, like the room even grew a little bit colder in his presence, the servants, almost like in panic, begin to rise away from not just from the table but from the room. Like they're trying to leave the second story of this above this warehouse that you've been having this meeting. The merchant shiftily backing away, his chair almost tilting backwards, while the harbor master himself is like, no, as Thrax grabs the table and he shouts at you, "Half soul! I'll grind you to chum and feed you to my pets, you wretch! You'll beg for the tide before I'm done." And he throws the table at you. I'm gonna need you to make a, I believe it is body. Hold please while I pick it up.
Reflex?
I think it's reflexes. Is that the dodge?
Yeah, it's the dodge.
It's reflex. Yeah.
Yes, reflex. So body reflex test.
Okay.
The difficulty is a 4 up.
Okay. I need 4 up. Okay.
So you need a 4 up.
I got 2 in training and I got 3 in body. I got 1 success. I got 4.
It's a success. It's not nimble, but you see it coming, and you stand. Well, what does it look like, Seraph? What does this look like? Is he? It looks like he's trying. He grabs the table, and it's heavy.
Yeah.
And he basically, when he goes to throw it, he's trying to pin you to the wall with it.
Okay. I will just try to I'm gonna push the chair, kind of slide the chair back just quick enough to get out of the way, and kind of pop up after it's passed. After I push the chair back to dodge it.
All right. As that happens, just to re-describe Thrax, as you dodge out of the way, he's tall and broad for an elf, very pale skin. Hair braided with sharp teeth and kind of tarnished silver coins in it. He has barnacle crusted pauldrons and a coat of dark sea leather. He also has a purple woven sash across his body.
Do I recognize the sash?
You saw other people wearing the same sash walking around the docks.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously have some kind of affiliation, but you don't know how yet. You haven't been in the city long enough to figure out who they are. He has a curved cutlass on his hip and a hooked gauntlet as well. His veins darken visibly as he kind of as he takes a deep breath. As we are entering into combat, what is your initiative?
Good question. Initiative. Oh, there's 6.
Is this all of us together?
No, this is just Thrax and Sarah.
For his insults.
Yes, my insults.
A 6. All right. His is a. I think you're faster, Sareth.
Nimble.
As part of his free action, because he's getting the first turn before combat starts officially, he kind of threw the table, and the first thing he does before we get into your turn is he reaches into his coat and pulls out a coral stoppered vial and pops the cork top and just inhales. Veins blacken and spread along his neck, and as he inhales, as initiative starts, Sareth, you hear from outside, you hear voices. Give me a, I believe it's awareness, body awareness. I think it is. I believe that's perception.
I do have awareness. Is it body? Is it body?
I think it's. Well, wait, no, it might be mind.
Let me take a look. Okay.
It is mind. It's mind awareness.
Mind awareness. Okay.
Yes.
That would be 4 dice for me total. I've got a 6, a 1, a 5, and a 2.
Fuck yeah, dude. You needed a 5 for this. It was slightly difficult because you hear movement from outside of the door. You remember you kind of went up a set of rickety stairs up here on the outside of this building, on the outside of this warehouse. You're kind of in a loft kind of area. You hear footsteps coming up the stairs behind you. And you hear a voice at the door. It's that was the sign. In muffled tones on the other side of the door. And you're first to act an initiative, Sareth.
Oh,
boy. He took his narcotics of whatever the fuck it was, and he's drawn his blade.
Mm-hmm. I will draw my cutlass and my hand crossbow. Okay. We're in close range, I believe, right? We're in close.
Yeah, you're in the same zone. So yeah, that's considered close.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll pull out my repeater hand crossbow and my cutlass.
Okay. I will point out that I may not have described it, but he is a privateer, and he does have a sea dragon cloak, such as yourself.
Okay. Thank you. How far is it to the door?
So it's in the same zone as you.
Mm-hmm.
So during combat, you get your move, you get an action, and then you get a free action. Your free action, you can move anywhere in your zone.
Okay.
So you can just get to the door if that's what you want to do. There's also windows behind you.
We're the second story up, though.
Your second story.
Okay.
There is a door where you're assuming there must be like a small kitchen or something up here. Like this might be like somebody's apartment. It might even be the dockmaster's apartments.
Yeah.
Where the servants, like the two, like lowly, almost maids, not quite, were bringing you food and kind of like serving everyone.
Don't know. This doesn't necessarily. I might not know. The people who were talking outside the door, I know it's kind of muffled.
Yes.
Could I gauge if I felt like they were human or elf?
You had a 6.
Yeah.
I will give you this. With a 6, you could tell that unless it was a very baritone elf, that more than likely are humans.
Humans. Interesting. I don't know what to do. Okay. Yucks. Oh.
So what are you doing, Sarah?
I am going to, I guess, try to position myself, maybe like circle him, but maybe I don't know if this is the right move or not, but if I'm about to be surrounded, I'm going to try to position myself around him.
Okay.
The door,
do you want to? So because this is so, like, we're using a board.
Yeah.
The zone. Anybody, if they get into this zone, they can. It doesn't matter where you're going to be. They can just end up surrounding you, because we're not using like a game board.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
Unless you want to leave this zone, like
no, I don't.
You can just for flavor say that you kind of like move around, but it's not going to stop them from getting around you.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
If you don't if you're saying you don't want to be like next to the window and the door, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna. If it's along the same zone, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move in, and I'm gonna try to attack my fist.
Okay. So free action, you close the distance to him, which puts you into like an engaged range, which is what you need to make like melee attacks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you move into an engagement range.
Yes.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
He has. So I'm assuming you're using your cutlass. Your cutlass.
Yes, I have my cutlass and my crossbow. I do have ambidextrous.
Okay. Are you going to try to split attacks here?
Well, put them all onto him.
Yeah, I realize that, but are you going to try to like shoot and slice, or are you just going to like slice him?
Well, it says for ambidextrous, it says you're equally skilled in manipulating objects and wielding weapons in any hand. When you're dual wielding and make an attack, add 1d6 to your total dice pool before splitting the dice for each weapon.
Yeah, if you're going to dual wield. If you're going to dual wield attacks, it only counts for that.
Okay.
So if you're not dual wielding, if you're just using one blade, it doesn't do anything.
Well, would it be better to use both against him?
The sea dragon. So his current defense is good. It goes up to great against ranged attacks because of the sea dragon cloak. Okay. So depending on how you want to do this will depend on how likely you are successful at attacking him.
I guess mainly focus on melee then, I guess.
Okay, yeah, so you would know just because you also have a cloak. Like, range is going to be difficult. More difficult.
All right. Do I roll anything?
Yes.
I do.
So what's your attack rating?
My melee attack is average.
Average. So his defense is considered good. So that means you're looking for 5s.
For 5.
So
Okay.
go ahead and roll. You're looking for 5s.
Okay, so okay. See here. I got a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 1.
Okay.
I do have 1 focus.
So turn that 4 into a
and
5.
so I turn the 4 and 5. So just two
2.
go through.
2 successes. What's the total damage? Is it
Good
1
question.
for the blade?
I think so.
It should be 1 plus
Yes,
success
one
levels.
1 plus success
So
slashing. I don't think that
so
matters.
that's well,
Yeah.
it's 3 damage as
Okay.
you pull in and you slash him. Most of the armor takes the majority of it.
Okay.
He's not wearing heavy armor, but he's wearing like the
medium
cloth and some of the gilding across like the pauldrons. It's considered like a medium kind of armor. He takes 1 point of damage from the slash.
Okay.
Would you like to use any metal?
What's metal do again? I can make another attack.
Make another. You can perform another action, which the attack is an action.
Are there actions that I might find interesting?
No, other than attack, like.
Can I use metal for defense in any way?
Well, it lets you take an action. So, I do believe. Where's my? Damn it. I lost my GM screen that I had, and it's gone forever now.
Wow. Let me try to look up.
Hold, please. I will find it in a moment, I'm sure. There it is. All right. So actions. You can choose dodge.
And dodge
it gets your defense up by 1.
That might be worth it. I'll try that. I'll do that.
Okay.
For my metal spending.
Let's see here. So you can do dodge. You can use a flee action to just get away from combat. Defend isn't going to do anything right now because there's no one else with you. When you attack, you can call shots too. It just makes it more difficult to do things.
Yeah, harder to hit.
Yeah. You can grapple. You can use the help action, which is not going to do anything. Hide. There's random things you can do, like improvise. You can parlay. You can hold reactions with an action, just like D&D. Run, search. You can seize the initiative, which you already have the initiative, so it's not going to matter. And you can shove. And use talents and so on and so forth, like the normal things.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with dodge.
So instead of attacking, you're going to go for dodge, which kind of increases your defense by 1. So what's your normal defense?
Good.
Good. So it's going to go up to great. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that in mind, let's see here. He's going to attack you. So Thrax is not happy with what just happened. And he is going to attack you. As you slice into him, he says, "Oh, that tickled." And he's going to try to slice back. He's only good with his blade. Let me make sure I didn't give him anything crazy for the... Oh, it just does damage. Yep. It does extra damage. Okay. Alright, so if he hits you with this, that's not going to be good. But he's hitting on 5s right now. And we are looking at... with the cutlass... Okay. Woo, shit! Did I roll too many? I rolled too many. Okay, that's a little better.
I'll be the judge of that.
He's going to take the cutlass, and he tries to slice you kind of across the chest. You instinctively bring up your arm, or however you're trying to dodge out of the way, and he does 3 points of damage.
Okay.
So your armor soaks up. I believe you have medium armor.
Yeah, medium armor.
So you soak up 2. So you take 1 damage off your toughness.
Okay.
As he slashes you. Ow! And then you see those veins are like pulsing in his neck from whatever narcotics he just took.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that is the end of his turn. At the end of his turn, bursting in the door behind him are what appears to be 4 like dock thugs come bursting in. They all, one of them has like a rusted cutlass, another one has a cudgel, one's holding like a fish gutting knife, and one of them has a large weighted net bundled up in his hands. The one with the cudgel has like it's kind of like wrapped in like a rope and has like a hook on the side of it as well, just to kind of make it look scary. These 4 like kind of downtrodden dock workers kind of like spill in. Oh, as they do, Thrax is like, take him! And they're gonna rush in and try to take you. So let's see how this goes. All right, there. With your increased defense, they come sweeping in, and Sereth, you dodge everything. Every single blow that's coming towards you. The guy with the net is like posturing as they're circling around you, and you're just kind of like parries, moving out of the way as nothing connects. And that is the end of their turn. At the end of the turn, the harbor master overturns his chair and he flees down the stairs of the open door. The merchant dives under the table, or where the table once was. He kind of like dives to the center of the room, and he's clutching at the spilled remnants of the powder that was in the chest that you guys took little dabs of, and he's kind of like scooping it up like into his robe. He's like, It is your turn, Sareth.
So you said there's a flea, right? Like there's a...
Yes, you can use an action to flee, which lets you disengage without them getting attacks against you.
Okay, I would like to do that, I believe.
Okay.
Like I'm outnumbered. I'm shooting for the door since they've already burst through the door now.
Yes, they've already burst through the door. The dockmaster is, so you'll see this as you take off. So the flee action gets you disengaged, and you move to the door. It takes your movement to move into the next zone.
Okay.
There is a hiccup. You go to move out of the door. The dockmaster is in front of you. He's like trying to scrabble himself down the stairs. He's like, Sigma, and his like bulky kind of like fat pouch weight, and the stairs are creaking, and he's lunging, and he's taking up the berth of the stairs. So you can't get around him unless you want to perform a test of some kind. You let me know what you want to do. If you want to pass him, or if you want to leap off onto just the dock below.
As I'm leaving, I would like to... I've had a lovely time tonight, and I'm gonna run away, and then as I'm getting to the dock, or to the stairs, I see
get to the top of the stairs.
Yes, I see the dockmaster.
There's like shoddy railing that's barely held together. It looks like if you pushed on it, it would just snap.
Yeah. Excuse me, Master Havoc. And I'm going to try to just either just jump over him, or I'm going to try to jump off to the side. One of the two.
Okay. I will say this. I'll give you some options here. The easiest one would be to just shove him, either down the stairs or off the side of the stairs. If you want to do that, it's going to take a body might roll, but the DC's quite low. It's going to be like 2 for that.
Yeah.
If you're looking to vault or leap or anything of the sort, I believe that falls under. I think it's athletics.
Okay.
Physical activities, yeah, like tends towards more grace or power in their movement. So yeah, we'll say a body athletics test. If you would like to kind of deftly leap over him. I will say the complication for that is you will have disadvantage, which basically makes this from a 4 up to a 5 up, because you're leaping on stairs, and you're up the top going down. So there is some there's some prowess that needs to be performed to do so. So you're looking for 5s.
5s or 2s. I push him down.
Yeah, I would give you extreme advantage for. It's called double advantage because you could just. He's
push
not
him from behind.
He's not very physically active, and you'd just be throwing him to the side. So yeah.
Oh, I think I'm gonna do the stupid thing and try to
go for the leap.
Yep.
Okay. You're looking for 5s. We'll see how this goes.
Here we go. And that's a body for athletics, I assume, right?
Yes. Body athletics. Mm-hmm.
There we go. I got a 6, a 4, and a 1 and a 2. Yep.
All right. Do you have any focus in body?
No focus.
Well, you still pass though with the 6. So Sareth, you what does it look like? What exactly are you doing?
I think I'm gonna do a little side parkour off the side of the wall a little bit. Kind of just leap over him as I land. I'm gonna tip my head to him, and I'm going to run off into the night.
Okay, you hit the stairs in front of him. He's like, oh my lord! He's clutches at his chest and almost falls off the side as you run down to the bottom of the stairs. And with your movement, it gets you to the edge of the building.
Okay.
Thrax comes spilling out into the at the top of the stairs. Essentially, he comes spilling out you. Don't let him get away! And he draws his repeater hand crossbow and takes aim at you.
Oh.
So what's your defense?
My defense is good.
Good, but you have Sea Dragon Cloak, so it goes up to great.
Okay.
So he's looking for 5s on this. No, he's looking for 6s. Ooh, not the best. I got a 6. It hits. But I do believe that's only
for my repeater. It's just successes.
It's just successes. So it's 1 damage.
Takes it.
He goes, and you bring up the cloak, and it skids off the side of the cloak, because if it would have been on 5s, he would have hit you. It would have been 3 successes. So a little hot, but skids off the cloak, no damage. Get him, you fools! As the 4 dockhands come scrambling out. As they do, the lead one just grabs the harbor master and
Master Hendricks
an injection, and he flies off the side. He's like, ah! He flies up the side and hits the ground. He's like, he's just kind of laying there crying. There's probably blood starting to kind of come out. I will point out it is heavily raining now. As you've been inside, the storm has kicked up. It's loud out here and it's raining hard. The 4 of them move. It takes everything they have. They're using their action to dash again, to get down into melee range with you as they begin to swarm you again, Sareth.
Okay.
I need a roll for this. At the end of the round, roll me a d6, and we'll see how lucky you are.
Uh-oh. Average 3.
A 3. 3's not good.
Okay.
All right, so you get down to the bottom and you hear you hear Thrax. Thrax calls out, "Don't let him get away! I'll bring the hounds." It's your turn, Sareth. What would you like to do?
Game question. Do
Yes.
I have the ability to outrun these people, or is this just like if I just keep running, or are they just gonna
Well,
catch
you
me
have
every time?
metal, so you can use your metal to like get a zone ahead, and you can outpace them.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do that. Use all my stuff to
So you're gonna
disengage
you have
and
to use your action to flee, to disengage, to get away from them. Your movement gets you the next zone. Are you running in a particular direction? Because right now you're on the dock.
yeah.
You could also move into the city. You could stay on the. You haven't been into the city. You're not sure what it's like in there. You've seen kind of the dock. You got a little bit of the lay of the land. If you're looking for a particular goal.
My worry is that they have a lot of control over the docks, so I'm gonna try to move, I think, deeper into the city. So
Yes, you are.
yes.
Fantastic, Sareth. All right. We'll say for this first round is going to be this initial check is probably going to be the hardest.
Okay.
And the reason why it is you use your action to kind of you create space essentially.
Yeah.
And on Thrax's turn, he with his movement, he darts down to the bottom behind the thugs and like pushes them forward. As he does, he reaches down into his coat and brings out a seashell conch and blows into it. And there is like a unique tone that comes reverberating out of it that seems almost it's not as deep, but it has like a strange pitch to it. And almost like it almost makes like a melody as he blows into it. And as he does, you watch as you run down the dock and there's something bubbling in the water next to you on the end of the dock.
Mm-hmm.
You look over. Shit. As a head pulls out, and then a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, as what looks like the heads of some kind of bestial hydra creature pulls itself out of the sea. And he's like, yes! He gives a command. Fetch! As he has interesting choice of hounds, Sareth.
Yes.
The heads are going to snap towards you.
Okay.
Your defense is good.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta double check what their. Don't think it's as good as I think it does, but we're about to find out. It might be. This might be a not fun time. Okay. I lost my Hydra. What the fuck, man?
Can I Charybdis or something like that, maybe?
I could use the Charybdis, but it's a different stat block.
Oh.
Oh, it's because it's in the other book. Hold, please.
Beast book.
Yeah, there's lots of books here to task myself through. I wasn't expecting you to make it out of where you did. So we're already in slightly uncharted territory, but I did have backup plans.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. We're almost there. God, this book is massive. All right. All right. We don't want a cat stat block. What the hell? Not a Magmadroth. Could have swore I saw it somewhere, and it's not where I'm looking for it. You know what I'll do? I'll just modify this one on the fly, like I always do. Okay, so we're going to use this for the bite attack. All right, it hits on... It has great, so it's going to hit on 3s. Yeah, it's going to hit on 3s. All right. Plus it has focus. Oh, shit. This is going to be bad. All right. The snapping fang maws come crashing down, Sereth. You are going to take... I told you that I didn't know how to balance encounters, so prepare yourself.
I'm puckering.
11 damage, Sarah.
Wow.
The jaws come spilling over the side as you're like, oh shit, and they just clamp down one after another. Ah!
Yep. There lays Sereth.
Well, well, you say that. Does it bring you to 0?
Oh yeah.
Brings you to 0. Okay. Well, even with your 2 armor.
I only have 7 health.
Okay, well, you have 7 toughness.
7 toughness.
All right, so it's not, all is not lost. So 7.
Well, I have 6 technically because I got slashed.
So 8, 9. And then you take an additional, so 2. You only took 2. So it rips through into your armor and you take 1 wound. You're still up. You've taken a wound. You're past. They're through your toughness, so chip damage is going to just take you down eventually at this point. But you're still up. As this thing rips into you and you're bleeding now all over the dock. And that's considered I believe it's called a minor wound.
Okay.
Just consult my GM screen real quick. Combat, the ladder. I don't need the ladder. Damn it. This gym screen is upsetting me right now because I thought I had it on there and I don't know if it does. I don't think it does. I remember it being a minor wound though. So as I retrace my steps back to where this is in this book, it's going to be your turn. The dock hands do kind of like rush up, but they're
get the fuck out of here.
They're hesitant to get anywhere near the Hydra as it's like tearing into you. They don't want to be collateral damages. They kind of like move and they're like, oh, and Thrax is up there. Cowards, get in there!
I'm leaving. I'm running as fast as I can.
Okay, you're wounded. You're leaving a blood trail now. You're going to be easy to track.
I mean, I can't fight this thing. I mean,
I know. I
gotta run.
Okay. 151. That's the page I'm looking for.
One-shotted me.
Well, I would break it now, and you can see that like it's in the water. Like it's going to take it time to like pull itself out onto the dock if it was going to do so. Mm-hmm. You would notice, Sereth, that it does have around the base of the heads. There's like a large, like dark black iron collar fitted to probably all of the heads down at the base of them, and a massive chain that runs down into the water, anchoring this thing to something. All right, so yeah, that's considered a minor wound. Oh wait, no, it was 2 damage, wasn't it? It was 2 leftover damage.
Mm-hmm.
it's a serious wound. You take 2 wounds, not 1.
Oh. I got 2 left.
2 left. It's looking pretty dire, Sarah. She's like, shit. You're gonna have to use the good news is, if you run past this Hydra, they are not going to be able to follow you because it's like chomping around this area right now. It's considered like hazardous terrain.
Okay. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm running.
Okay. Take off. Your options are narrowed. You're looking for basically a place on the docks now at this point. Like, the chances of escaping into the city is getting slim, because with that 3 that you rolled, you move past this area and you hear a call from just further down the dock in the direction you're running. Mm-hmm. And you see like lantern light in the heavy rain cascading down. I think that was Thrax. And you hear there's probably a party moving up ahead looking for you. This is an important roll. I need you to give me, I believe it is called, God, I really need to like write all this shit down. I think it's survival. Oh, please. It is. Mind survival test.
Mind survival test. All right. What am I looking for here?
You're looking for force. This is just standard difficulty.
Okay.
You know what? I'll give you advantage because of the heavy rain
and
the confusion. So it'll be 3s.
Okay. I got a 6 and a 5.
Okay, it's 2 dice. Holy shit. Okay. With that as you're running down, you see what looks like an unguarded warehouse. Weathered planks, lock is rusted but intact, and there's no lanterns lit around it. More than likely, whatever's inside is probably just not worth the clout to keep it like staffed, like guarded. This looks like the perfect place to lie low. However, you're going to have to find a way in. You're bleeding right now, so you're leaving a trail. You're gonna have to move quickly. You can either pick the lock. It's
raining heavily, right? You know,
it is raining heavily, so it's starting to drip away. You can pick the lock. You can force the door, or you can climb to the loft window.
So, are we talking like a dexterity roll for the pick and a?
No, actually, no. It's not dexterity. No, it is dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Dexterity roll for the pick. Athletics for the climb.
Yes.
No. Okay.
It'll be athletics for climbing. It'll be might for bashing the door in.
Slightly better at climbing. Okay. I'll do the climb.
Okay. Now the climb's the hardest one. In the rain. So you're looking for a 5.
Okay.
The door, to smash the door in, you're looking for a 4. I'm not going to tell you what the rusty lock is unless you want to give it a shot.
That's a mind roll for dexterity.
Dexterity is
body.
It's body. All of these are body. Just different aspects of physicality.
I'll go with the lockpick.
The DC is 3 for this.
Okay, I'm doing the lockpick for sure.
Body dexterity 3. It's rusted and old, and the chain attached to it is the chain looks in good order, but the lock is just subpar.
I got 2, a 4, and a 6.
You move up to it, Sareth. Do you keep like picking tools or anything on you, or do you like use like a small dagger or something?
I'll probably use like a small dagger or something.
Yeah, like something like mini, not necessarily like a weapon, but something small enough, almost like a You pull out like the equivalent of a pocket knife, like a small dagger, and you kind of like jam it in the lock. And this thing is so rusty and old, you click it easily. It comes undone. You're able to pull the chain out, move inside, and reclasp the lock. As you pull inside the building, I need you to give me a stealth roll, but you have advantage, so you're looking for 3s. And this is going to be an opposed.
Is stealth body or mind? It's body, right?
Stealth is, I believe it's body.
Okay.
It is. It's body.
Okay.
While this other group looking for you is going to make an opposed test of awareness, mind awareness.
I got a 5, a 4, a 4, and a 1 and a 1.
All right. So that's 3 successes.
Okay.
Wait. 5.
4.
The DC was you had advantage, so it's 3. The DC was 3.
Yeah, so you have 3. So you have 3 successes. Yep.
3 successes. All right. So I'm looking for that. They have an additional person in their party. You hold your breath and begin to back up as you watch as a group of probably about 6 men, and you kind of see shadows and stuff playing through the crack of thunderlight and the hooded lanterns that they're carrying. You hear Thrax, "He's around here somewhere! The hound has his scent!" As you see, you hear the lumbering of the creature, and you hear the water moving outside, even over the pouring rain. As you hold your breath and begin to back further into the warehouse, one of the thugs stops right in front of the door as it's kind of like cracked open a little bit, and he grabs the chain and tugs it. Clanks. Must have gone somewhere else. Keep searching. He's here. I know he is. Seraph begins to calmly lean backwards, skirting into the darkness of this somewhat abandoned warehouse. As you take a few steps backwards, you feel crunching beneath your wet, slicked boots. You look down and you see that there is spilled grain everywhere. The docks, whatever kind of grain was being stored here, it looks like it came in what looks like it was packaged in like large burlap sacks. Almost all of them have been torn open, and there's just grain littering everywhere all over the floor that you're walking. What do you do, Sareth?
I'm hiding the fuck. I'm hiding, bro. I'm hiding as best as I can.
You just sit down, being as quiet as you can. Time begins to pass you by, and we'll see where you end up. Which will take us to... No, we don't want to do that yet. I don't want to get too hardcore into that yet. All right. So, we switch over to our stormcasts. Vor and Castellan. Making your way into the Taverna district, the rain is beginning to come down. It's pouring out here. Took you some time to travel through the city. This is a large place, even with Vor's direction, Castellan. Maneuvering some back streets. You make it to the Gilded Eel. As you get closer, the district grows a little bit meaner, street by street. Vor and yourself walking without much hesitation. The two of you being avoided openly by most groups of people, even the more nefarious looking individuals that kind of like skulk some of the side alleys and things like that. This is more of a rough and tumble area. And despite the storm, there's still people. You see taverns are packed in this area. There's a lot of there's a lot of merriment and things happening within. You hear a few fights and whatnot, people spilling out into the street. Do either of you want to do anything as we're moving? Like, do you guys want to talk to each other, or are we just headed straight to the eel?
I feel like Castellan would say things and Vor probably just like nods.
He says yes.
I'd make like just making small.
Indeed. Seems like that's what Vor said as well. He just did this on stream. So, okay. Well, in that case, Castellan just kind of like is trying to strike up conversation as you're moving. Your voice carrying easily, being a stormcast over some of the pouring rain. Speaking of which, like, do either of you have like hoods, or do you wear helmets, or do you just
I would put my helmet on.
But yeah, Castellan puts his helmet on. Is it a full face?
Yes, of course it is, and it's got the face and like the metal metallic beard that they have.
Exactly, the full like Sigmarite visage, like it's almost like a death mask, really. As you put the helmet on, Vor, do you use like the hood on a cloak, or do you wear a helmet, or do you just let the rain cascade down your shaved head?
Yeah, well, at this point, I think the rain's not going to bother Vor. He is born of the thunder.
It's fine. As you just embrace it, there is some kind of kinship you feel, maybe even possibly some comfort in the storm brewing above. All right, but as you lead this night quester to the Gilded Eel, Vor, the sign creaks in the wind. It's painted a serpent flaking and faded. Oh gosh, that really took me a minute to get that out. Laughter spills out, but is kind of the strained kind, a little too loud, a little too brittle. The two of you move to the door. It's, strangely enough, it is large enough for you guys to pass through, as if they're used to having patrons that are of an increased size in this tavern. Do we wish to cross the threshold?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Vor, do you like open the door, or do you just like motion for Castellan to just walk in like you got him here? Like how does this exchange work?
Vor would just assume that his presence is welcome wherever he is. It's just, not that I own the place, but
this is so I'm referring to like your relationship to the Night Questor. Like, are you treating him as like, I'm gonna open the door for you, or are you like, here it is, I led you to it? Like, what does this relationship look like?
I would open the door.
Vor moves up, grabs, and it's a double door. You grab kind of the handles and kind of like open them towards you. You kind of, and they easily, they kind of like creak and hinge as you like open these large, heavy, like oaken doors, and they look like they were probably scrapped from some broken ship out in the harbor that they brought inland to secure some of these buildings with. The handles themselves are like these large serpentine bones as you grasp them and open them, revealing within. There's quite a few patrons in here, and the first thing that you see is to your left is a barkeep, a thin man, slick-haired, gold teeth flashing. He kind of like forces a grin. Well now, seems Sigmar's light shines even my humble establishment yet again. Do you have anything to say?
I'd walk over to him.
Castellan, you take a few steps walking towards him.
Boom. Boom.
There's a few tables that nearby, and one of them they just kind of like it looks like you're walking like towards them, and they just kind of like stand up and just move to a different place. Probably like fishmongers or something like that. They're just like, "My lord," as they kind of like step away. As you're walking towards the bartender, you would see that there is a individual whom I will pull up my where is he? There he is. There's a man standing near the center of the tavern. This is a decently large establishment. You notice a man standing, as well as probably about 6 or 7 steel helms, free guild soldiers. The man is tall, not broad, kind of built like a gallows beam rather than a fortress wall. All length and tension. His posture is unnervingly straight, chin slightly dipped beneath the shadow of a wide-brimmed black hat, whose edges are worn smooth by wind and sea salt. His face is narrow and severe, carved in harsh planes, high cheekbones, long straight nose that may have been broken more than once, a thin mouth that seems permanently poised between contempt and judgment. His skin carries the pallor of a man who prefers moonlight to sun, not necessarily sickly, but kind of unyielding. His eyes, a pale gray, almost silver, sharp as whetted steel. He has a faint lattice of burn scars that creep from beneath his collar and disappear kind of under his left jaw. Both of you would recognize the long black duster, the wide-brimmed hat. A heavy pistol rests low at his hip, a bandolier of silver stakes, and probably specialized ammunition across his chest. What appears to be a rather large knife with a nullstone blade that gleams high on his thigh. You would recognize an agent of the Order of Vizier, a witch hunter. He's consulting a table below him, and he's rather loud. You think I do not know? I do not see the pattern? Missing men, vanished women, and you sit here drinking. As he kind of like scowls, looking around. There's a laborer next to him that he's kind of like looking down on. We don't know a thing, sir. He slams a gloved fist onto the table. If I find even a whisper of heresy among you, I will see you dancing from the gallows before dawn. Most of the chatter is growing quite dim at this point. Are you guys interacting in any way, or are you just going about your business?
Interacting with the witch hunter?
Well, okay, I'll describe the rest of the patrons right now to kind of set the scene. So,
my question would be how do these folks respond to us having walked in?
Well, so the bartender noticed you. Most people are kind of focused on this witch hunter, and no one has really noticed you yet, except for the people towards the front of the bar, or the tavern, I should say. As you kind of you look at this spectacle happening towards the middle of the Gilded Eel, you would see near the back of the tavern, heavy curtains conceal private booths. There's a few of them. Flanking one of them stand 2 immense ogres. One of them just a slab of muscle wrapped in layered iron plates riveted directly into leather harness. One tusk broken halfway down, giving him kind of like this, he has like a weird sneer. He has a massive iron-shod cudgel that rests casually over a shoulder. The other one, broader than the first, has kind of like ritual scars carved into his gut plate. A hooked chain blade hangs at his belt. and he's kind of breathing slow and steady, looking. They're not really appear to be unnerved by the witch hunter, and they cast eyes at the two of you, and they don't appear to be as upset by your presence either. Around the Orgors, you see a couple. Well, you know what? Give me either an insight, an intuition, or an awareness test. You guys can pick.
I'm assuming those are mind.
Have a point in awareness
Yes.
and a focus.
So if you want to make an awareness test.
What would that be with my mind?
I believe it's mind.
Mind, okay.
Mind awareness. You go ahead and roll that, and you're looking for
All right,
fours.
so that'll be 4. I'll be rolling 4 dice based on that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a 2, 3, 4, and a 5.
You can make that 3 a success with your focus, so you could have 3 successes, which gets you quite a bit on. And this was awareness.
Awareness. Mm-hmm.
Okay. With awareness, what you see is you don't really see the intention behind some of the patrons, but you do see. What you do notice is that there appear to be several tables towards the back of the Gilded Eel. A pair of gamblers, what appears to be almost like a merchant couple, 3 hooded travelers wearing gray cloaks. And they don't appear to be as reacting the way they should to the presence of all of this happening right now. The majority of the people in this establishment, even though these are mostly like hardened individuals, look quite frightened by the presence of the witch hunter and then yourselves stepping in.
Not a normal night at the tavern.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
But
woman. There's one. You said there's one folk in particular who are not necessarily.
Yeah, towards the back of the tavern, they don't appear to be as unnerved by anything happening in right now. I will say, Castellan, as you're approaching the barkeep, he nods towards you, and he kind of like motions to like come close to like whisper to you.
Mm-hmm.
My lord, an elderly woman left this for you. And it kind of like slides you the equivalent of like a bar napkin.
Damn it. I unfold it and read it.
You kind of like look at it as you unfold it. It says middle. It says middle booth.
I turn to look for a middle booth.
You see the one flanked by the 2 large ogres in the back that is concealed behind large curtains as well. There's several of them back there.
Vor, come with me. Now I'll make my way
to step. You hear the witch hunter turns and sees the 2 of you now as you begin to walk into the tavern. I see Sigmar's light shines upon us. We have angels walking amongst us to deliver justice as they see fit. As he kind of moves his eyes about the rest of the patrons. My lords, are you here for the missing persons?
The witch hunter? Unfortunately, we are not. We have our own business here.
I beg of you. Your presence is quite timely. There are disappearances in this district, whispers of cults. I would have your support.
In what way we have our support, witch hunter?
I would have you aid me in searching this establishment. I have suspicion that there are deviants hiding within. Heretics.
Here in the establishment right now.
Yes.
Heretics, you say?
The bartender says, "There be no heretics here, my lord. There's nothing." And he just kind of like, the witch hunter glares at him, and he just stops talking.
I would actually look over to the barkeep and don't protest too much.
My apologies, my lords. Where are my manners? Albrecht Duskright, Order of Vizier, as he kind of like takes his hat and performs a formal bow to the two of you.
What was his name?
Albrecht Duskright.
Albrecht. Do you say you have need of our services?
Yes, as he like bends over, you see like there's a large heavy crossbow across his back. And he places it back upon his head. Yes, I believe there are heretics hiding in this establishment.
What proof have you? What evidence? What
I have suspicion, and that should be enough. We shall conduct a thorough, sanctioned search by the Order.
Castellan?
Oh. Perhaps you can get some of the knights here to help you. We have our own business to attend to first, and then we can continue this conversation.
Some of the Free Guild look like they're almost in awe of the Night Quester here speaking. Are you still helmed, or did you take the helm off?
I would take it off. I try not to scare people.
Take it off to speak to them. You're still, I mean, you are all intimidating to the average man by quite a long shot. Some of the Free Guild soldiers are just like, kind of like gulp, as you basically just told the witch hunter that you don't care what he wants. Please, my lord. Very well. If you are not here to hinder my search, then I will perform it nonetheless. And he motions, you, and you, search those booths. As some of the Free Guild begin to move towards the booths in the back.
I will make my way to the middle booth.
Unless you do something, the Free Guild soldiers are going to get to the booth first.
Ah! What I do?
Decision time.
It's decision time.
Yeah. What are you going to do? The two of you have all of the clout. You can do whatever you want.
Unless we do something, what's going to happen?
Well, essentially, Castellan was slipped a note telling him to venture into the booth that is guarded by the large ogres.
Uh-huh.
The Free Guild soldiers are moving up. I'll say to make this easier, as they begin to approach that middle booth, the ogres step in front of it. None of you could pass.
We need to make our way in there, correct? Or we
Well,
have...
you don't necessarily know this war. Castellan does.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
By the order of Sigmar, I will investigate this booth. Step aside.
So do you push forward?
I will push forward.
You push forward. The steel helms move to the side. The ogre looks at you. The one that has kind of like the scars across his gut plate. These look like hardened mercenaries, acting as bodyguards of some kind. They look towards you. They say, "Only you. Humans stay outside."
Very well. Vor, you can help the kind witch hunter here conduct his search.
Indeed.
I will put a gentle hand on one of these steel helms' shoulder and kind of pat it.
Give it a pat. He's
a reassuring pat.
I'll
yes,
go back
my lord.
over to the.
He
the
goes
witch
to,
hunter.
as he goes to step back. Albrecht says, "My lord, just please." And are you just passing into the booth and drawing the curtain behind you?
Yes, I have been sent by Sigmar himself.
Okay. You pass into the booth and draw the curtain behind you. Vor, what are you doing outside of this booth as the Night Quester pushes in?
Well, as Castellan goes into the booth, and no need for me, I trust in a fellow Stormcast to be able to handle their business, and so I turn my attention back to the Witch Hunter and says, "Seems that Sigmar favors your need as well. I seem to find myself free to assist with your search."
Appreciate you, Lord. Should I call you something?
Vor.
Vor. Indeed, sir. I appreciate your offer of aid. Very well. If the Night Quester is to search the most obvious source of heresy, I'm sure he will deal with it as necessary. The rest of you will submit proper paperwork, will be damned. And he begins to very Gestapo-esque harass all of these people in front of you, Vor. Like, I mean, and these people, and they don't necessarily look like the most do-goody types of people, but him and the Steelhelms begin to get a little rough around the edges a few times. If somebody like pipes up, like somebody's getting punched in the face and like laid out on the ground, essentially. Like this isn't a pleasant experience happening around you. I'm not sure how this would affect you or if you would do anything about it, but that is what's going to be happening right now.
Yeah, so it wouldn't, the Vor would not allow it to escalate too harshly before perhaps making a stomp on the ground with his foot to gain attention, maybe flash of lightning in his eyes and say that there's no need to be violent to suss out the truth.
As you say that, we will flip over to Castellan inside the booth before all that takes place, because that's going to play into this. As you sit down, what you see before you is hold, please. A woman. She's currently draped in silks. You see that draped in like violet and cream colored silks that kind of like wrap around her person. Some of her exposed, pale, flawless skin. You see like some muscle like around her arms. Her body appears kind of like half concealed in shadow. You can see, especially this close as you sit down in the booth, and this booth is large enough for like ogres to sit at, so you sit comfortably on the other side. She appears to be wearing like a loose, kind of like fitted, a very close fitted black leathers underneath. Kind of like practical, flexible. Her hair falls in long, elegant sheets of silvery twilight. A color somewhere between moonlight and fading starlight, shimmering faintly even in the low light setting that you're in. There appears to be braided with thin strands of shadow silk and clasped with obsidian ornaments shaped like crescent blades. Her eyes, perhaps a little bit unsettling, are luminous and kind of like amber, and they glow softly, kind of like buried ash. It seems to like pierce into you, and you can see that she's looking past something, as if she's not just seeing just an agent of Sigmar sitting before her. Her face, as she kind of pulls back her hood, finely sculpted, high-cheeked, and sharp-chinned. Features that blend cold nobility and alluring softness. A faint knowing smile playing across her lips. You also note the rather elongated ears and the thin pallor of an elf. As you see her, she says, there's kind of like rings glittering across her elegant fingers as she kind of like taps them across the table. Her expression becomes serene and amused. My apologies. The city is anxious these days. Her eyes flick towards, you can hear like the shouts of the Witch Hunter Duskrite out in the common room. He is diligent, but diligence can be disruptive. You hear him like, search the other back rooms. I invited you here for a discussion of greater consequence than tavern theatrics. But it seems that fate prefers drama. You have something. I see it. Where do you have the stone kept, Castellan?
Did it wrap itself around my wrist?
Well, it did in that vision, but then when you were out of it, it wasn't there anymore. Like you have it kind of like on a pendant of some kind. But where do you keep it? Do you wear it? Is it visible?
Does it just look like a stone?
Well, not necessarily, because it is a strange color. It almost looks like twilight. Like it has a strange glow to it, and it's very much, it is definitely infused with some kind of magical something. You're not exactly sure. Matter of fact, that was one of the reasons for you to come here, is to figure out what exactly this is.
I wouldn't keep it visible then.
You wouldn't?
No.
I sense it upon you. I can see its presence.
I assume you refer to this, and then I will probably wear it as like a necklace.
Yes.
Pull it out from under the armor.
You do have it. I was told you would. Good. What do you seek, Knight Questor?
Castle's a very direct individual. I seek 3 elves at the moment.
Elves? What for?
I do not know. I assume it has something to do with this stone.
A vision?
Yes.
I am many things, my lord. I go by many names. If we are friendly, I would seek to work with you. We have vested interest currently. I am looking for the source of that stone as well. There is much happening behind the scenes that the Order knows little of. I could include you if you can keep secrets. If you can be trusted.
Very well.
I think we are going to be good friends, indeed. Come find me. Now we cannot exactly speak freely here, as you can hear. And that's when you hear the stomp of Thor's foot.
Mm-hmm.
That reverberates out in the hall.
Uh-oh.
I will not be seen fondly, while the good witch hunter has intentions of purity. He often crosses my path in the worst ways. I assure you, I am no agent of chaos or destruction. If you wish to continue this meeting, she slides you another envelope this time. Please read it at your leisure, in a place you feel less watched, and find me. And just because we're on friendly terms, you can find me in the Merchant District. That will help. Unfortunately, the Cloak and Dagger work is quite necessary. I'm sure you understand.
Yes. Very well.
Good. I think we have a long relationship ahead of us, as she says in almost like a husky tone. As she does a luminous, or not so luminous, what appears to be from a pool of shadow, she draws forth an arcane staff, a weapon of living gloom and sorcery. It unfolds like a blade of night given form, black crystal, shifting mist, and faintly glowing sigils spiraling along its length. The act seems seamless, as though the darkness itself obeys her unspoken command. I hope to see you soon. We have much to speak of in private. And with a flick of her wrist and a chant in a language you don't understand, the shadows wrap around her, and within seconds she is gone.
Stand up. Walk out of the curtain. This room is empty.
As you do, the ogres kind of look to each other and they just begin to walk out the door. I did not give them... You may not leave! They're going to keep walking. He looks towards you, Vor. Stop them! They know something. Something is happening here.
Vor, our business is done here.
What?
We'll keep
You
What? What's the meaning of this?
You dare presume to tell me what to do?
Well, you can stay here if you want, Vor.
Surely you understand the...
You dare presume to tell me and him what to do?
I would like you to give me an intimidation check for... I do believe... Let me confirm. Intimidation is... Soul.
Tough one. I only get 2.
I will give you advantage, so you're looking for 3 up.
Two successes.
Okay.
We got a 4 and a 5.
All right. With that, what would he roll for defense in this? Determination. Okay. He has some determination and he has soul. He looks at you, Vor. He looks up at you. And where most mortals cower and shake in your presence, he does not. The steel helms around him like back away, but he doesn't back from you, Vor. He says, I am a sanctioned agent of the Order of Azir. While I may have no control of you, I do act in Sigmar's name. I have every right to perform my investigation as I see fit.
While you may act in his name, I act by his hand.
Very well. I will remember this.
As will I.
Fine. We will leave. My lord. He nods towards Castellan in kind of a gruff tone. And you, Vor, he just kind of looks at for a moment. Stares. Everyone in this bar is silent as the grave. Like the wood's creaking as like the seats are moving and whatnot. As this Free Guild soldiers quickly like move towards Albrecht.
Quiet crackle of lightning.
Yeah, there's like the lightning and the thunder rolling outside. He moves to the door, looks back towards the bartender. I know there's something going on here, and I will find the root of it. Yeah, you've said that before. As he pushes the doors open and him and the Free Guild soldiers move out to the storm.
I would say to the barkeep, though, you would do well to be mindful of that, indeed.
Of course, my lord, indeed. I am a loyal subject of Sigmar and all of his good graces.
Praise be.
So yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Castellan, you are going to love what I am about to give you. It's going to be the highlight of your night. Let me find it real quick, because you're going to curse me for it. Oh, here it is. You are slipped a note, and the note has a strange sigil across it. It looks like a strange pattern that you haven't seen in the city yet. It kind of looks like interconnecting webs and something else. You're not exactly sure. Are you going to read it here, or are you going to try to find somewhere more private?
Probably somewhere a little more private.
Where would you go for privacy?
Step outside and just find like a little, I don't know, like a little corner.
Okay, still out in the open, in the rain. I'm right at you.
Yeah, so like someone that would be like
rain.
maybe like somewhere like maybe covered, not just like out in the rain so it gets wet.
Vor.
Definitely not inside this bar though.
Okay, are you going to tell Vor what your ideas are in this?
I'll read the note first.
You want to read the note first, okay? You don't want to tell him you need some place of privacy or anything like that?
Oh yes, yeah. I mean that he would know.
Vor, not to put words in your mouth, but you do know that if you seek solitude and privacy, the best place to get it is with the Hammers of Sigmar. Not far from here, in the Merchant Quarter. They have a holding. And you guys met kind of outside of it. You didn't go inside Castellan, but Vor, you have a chamber here should you choose to use it. And there are plenty made available for those, especially wandering from the same storm host. They leave chambers open for various stormcasts to use as they pass through the city.
Come with me to solitude.
And you begin to make your way in the Merchant Corridor towards the Hammers of Sigmar. And that's a good place for us to take a break.